Hello there from Largs. A bit of an unexpected place. We weren't even thinking about coming to Largs. We were going to go down to Troon. But these things happen. What happened on the way from Tarbert to Troon? The engine blew and it was the injectors. One of the injectors actually came loose and came out. The journey from Tarbert started quite well, and we put the sails up to get as much out of the breeze as possible before the stronger winds later that day. Then just between Arran and Butte, the engine made some terrible noises, and before we could turn it off there was a loud bang, smoke and silence. I went down to get the fire extinguisher and uncovered the engine. We waited for it to cool and saw that the second injector had broken. With no way of fixing the engine, the current wind's not strong enough to move us, and stronger winds forecast, we thought it would be safer for all to call a pan and get to safety. A 60-foot training yacht for young people was a mile away and came to our aid, so thank you very much for that. We rigged up a long tow line and headed towards Largs, as that was the direction that they were going in. We ended up going through a regatta at Largs, and the staff from Largs came out and did a sidelong tow into the marina. The next morning the sun was shining and we made plans for fixing the engine, very optimistically. So we're just waiting for that to get fixed. The engine's coming out again tomorrow. Largs very kindly allowed us to come in, even though they were full, but they managed to find us a little spot. Only temporarily until we get the engine fixed, and then we're going to carry on down to Troon. So for this week I'm in Largs. We've done the journey. We've done Inverness, Caledonian Canal, Crinan Canal, down, and we were 10 miles from Troon when the engine gave up. There was no wind, we had to turn the engine on and it didn't work. Well, it did work, but then it went. So we are nearly at Troon for the winter, and then next year we'll make our way to Whitehaven, which is our ultimate goal. We knew it was going to take a while. We can't believe the weather that we've had both times we've set out on the trips. We've had the most horrendous weather, including Storm Agnes, the first named storm of the year. But we dodged everything, we got in safely, we're okay. So I did do a couple of sketches on the way round. I've got a sketch for Largs, I've got an idea for Largs, and once I've had a sit down, enjoyed a bit of sunshine, and we've made some plans for the engine, I'll get stuck in. I don't know if you can hear that wind. It's absolutely crazy. It's not the worst we've had, but I find it quite soothing, really. In this little bit, what I want to talk about is on our travels round, admittedly we haven't been going very far. We haven't been going very long. It's only been a couple of months, a few months, but what I am noticing is when I tell people what I do, I'm an artist, they immediately think that I just paint boats and sceneries and landscapes, which I suppose I do, but I do it in my own way. And then when they see me with a camera, they say, "Oh, you're not doing a YouTube channel, are you?" As though there's something wrong with that. And not everybody, some people are a little bit interested, but I'd say quite a lot of people just aren't unnecessarily annoyed about somebody doing a YouTube channel. I find it quite strange. I'm only doing it to record the journey. I'm not like pretending that I know anything about sailing, because I don't. We're learning as we're going. We're learning loads as we're going. It's the painting. It's the painting side that. But then when I start to try and say, but it's not a sailing channel, it's a painting channel, and it's actually quite difficult. Towards the end of this journey, I've stopped telling people, which is ridiculous, because the whole point is I want people to know that I've got a channel so they can see what I'm up to. That's the whole point. And I can say, when people say, "Oh, what do you do?" I say, "Oh, well, you can see what I do here." But with the reaction of some of the sailing community, I've stopped telling people. I shouldn't do that, really. I should say, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I find it difficult to sort of promote myself and promote my work. Yeah, I'll practice that one, see how I get on. That was the little bit I wanted to talk about, the people's reactions to YouTube channels and YouTube videos, especially sailing. I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting people to sort of go, "Oh, how do I get to... Oh, not another one." Very strange. Anyway, the boat is about to be moved to a different berth that's a bit longer term than this emergency pontoon. The staff in Largs were great, and I've obviously done this many times. The next day, we spent some time moored at the fuel dock so the engine could be removed. Then we got moved back to a longer term berth. Another day in Largs and another berth. We've changed again. We now have no engine, the engine's been taken out. And the weather has changed. It's very atmospheric. So yeah, we're waiting today to see what is actually wrong with the engine. It's obviously injectors, but how far does it go and why did they go, that sort of thing. So just hanging around. I think I'm going to take a break from this rain today and do that sketch of Largs that I was thinking about. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I'm going to have a go at doing the Largs sketch. What I've noticed about Largs is the marina isn't actually near the town. It's out by itself, it's its own little village. And it's lovely, but you're either at the marina or you're sailing, but you have to have some form of transport or go for long walks, basically, which is fine. but it really is not isolated, but it's its own community. And there was something about the community of the yachts in the marina that when you come in, there's hundreds of masts and mostly white boats, and it just looks like a load of white masts and boats. And then you think about what each one of those boats means to someone. Some of them are like a dream come true. Some of them are complete lifestyle. Some of them are something that they've worked really hard for, or it might be a holiday that they share with family. So each of the boats in here has its own little story, and that was the bit I wanted to capture, in that all the boats are nestled within this safe area with a small island to one side and the hills to the other. So it is very, very sheltered. I mean, it's pouring down now and there's a lot of wind going past, but it's not too bad. And I wanted to capture that with all the dreams. The boats are the dreams of different people, and I'm going to do that like this. I want to do the Scottish hills. I'm just sketching those in at the moment, and then this area of this expanse of water with a breakwater around, but I'm not going to fill that in. You'll see why in a second, because each one of these is going to be like a cloud lolly stick, the cloud popsicle. And then at the end of each one will be a hand, and then they'll get bigger as we come closer, but you get the idea. So that's my idea for a painting for Lags. Now I've just got to get myself sorted and paint it. I'll probably be painting all the paintings in order that they happened on the trip. So I'll do the Loch Ness one first. Oh, you'll already have seen the Loch Ness one. You'll already have seen the canal the grumpy thing. I haven't decided what that's called yet. Oh, you might have decided by now. Might edit that bit. And also then there's this one. There may be others in between. The joys of having everything stacking up. Yeah, so that's the idea for the one for Lags. Now I've just got to paint it. The days stretched into weeks and winter closed in. We were not going to make it into Troon. We're going to winter in Lags and start again in the spring. In the meantime, we can enjoy this beautiful countryside here in Scotland.